Hey OTC Fit Life Foodies, it's Terry. So today our recipe is going to be a little bit of a meal prep for the week, but it's going to be a healthy menu that you can put together and serve it two different ways. So I'm going to be doing a Greek chicken with vegetables, and we're going to make that into either like a gyro wrap with naan bread, or you can serve it over rice. And we're also going to serve it with a yogurt sauce to go on top of either one of those, or you can do a tahini sauce. It's really up to you. So I've taken some chicken breast and I just kind of sliced them in half so they're not quite so thick. And we're going to put them in our bowl. And we're going to make a nice little marinade for them. And we're going to let them sit for a little bit before we cook them. So in my bowl, I'm going to add a few dollops of Greek yogurt. Now you're asking, what, Greek yogurt in a marinade? Yes. It's actually going to help keep it moisturized, or I should say juicy, not moisturized, but juicy when it's cooking. It's like adding mayonnaise on top of the chicken or the fish, which is another secret, by the way. It really kind of makes it moist. All right, so there's our Greek yogurt. Next, of course, we're going to have to flavor it. So I'm going to use a little bit of paprika in here because I want a little bit of a kick to it. And I'll tell you, I don't really measure when I'm making a marinade. I just like to put in as much as I want until it looks good, and then we'll call it. And next I have some basil leaves. And then of course we've got oregano because it's Greek. Then we have some rosemary. And of course we've got salt and pepper. Some freshly ground pepper. Now you can either put this on a sheet pan in the oven with your vegetables, or you can put it on the grill and grill it. Either one, it doesn't really matter. If I'm going to put it in the oven, I'm going to put them both in together on the same pan, just to save space and dishes. All right, next we're going to zest our lemons. I've got 3 up here. Might not use all 3. And this is just going to give it a nice vibrant flavor. Let's do one more. If you're looking to go low carb, you can also remove the naan bread and serve it with some zucchini noodles or something like that on the side, or spaghetti squash if you wanted to, or even some roasted potatoes. All right, next we're going to juice our lemons. Now, if you decide to grill it, just make sure, don't put them on kebabs, like the meat and the vegetables on the kebabs, because they're not going to cook at the same speed. So it's always best whenever you do kebabs to do all of your meats on one skewer and then do your vegetables on another. That way, if one is done before the other, you're not burning them all. Okay, one more. And let's give this a toss. Now, Indian food uses yogurt as a base for their marinades as well. That's not uncommon, so I think it's perfectly fine. Like I said, it's just gonna make that meat nice and juicy. All right, so there we go. There is our chicken in our marinade. It has our Greek yogurt, our paprika, basil, oregano, rosemary, and some fresh lime zest, lime juice, salt and pepper. So we're gonna cover this and put it in the refrigerator, let it marinate for about 2 hours, then we'll come back and I'll get the rest of my pan together and we'll put our meal together. Welcome back, OTC Fit Life. So our chicken's been marinating about 2 hours now, and I'm getting my vegetables ready to put in the oven. Now I'm gonna try to keep this all in one sheet pan so that way I don't have a whole lot of dishes to clean up. You can see I've lined it with aluminum foil and sprayed it. And I created this nice little barrier so that way we don't have all the chicken juices cooking in it with all the vegetables. That's completely up to you. It just kind of keeps things a little separated. So I've got some red onion and some yellow peppers, and I had a zucchini that was on the verge of its last leg, so I just decided I'd cook that as well, because we're gonna add that in our platter for the week. So let's just finish these last few vegetables. And you want to try to keep them uniform in size. They just cook much better, and you don't have things cooking at different times. So something's done and the other one's not done. So, all right. Plus we have a really nice rainbow here of vegetables, which is really what you want to go for in your diet. You want as many colors in your diet as you can have. I'm going to throw in a little red pepper here. Now my oven is preheated to 425, and we're going to put a little olive oil and some salt and pepper on our vegetables. Our meat's already seasoned, of course, and these are going to cook down. So I know it looks like a lot, but they are going to cook down. Olive oil here. Okay. And of course a little salt. All right, next we're going to take our chicken breast and we're going to put it on our pan as well. Now remember, I sliced these chicken breasts in half, so they'll cook a little bit quicker than a whole chicken breast. You can go for thighs. That works just as well, and that's really what I was hoping for, some boneless thighs, but I couldn't find any in the grocery store. And so I substituted chicken breast. You see all those wonderful seasonings on there. Here we go. That's going to be just about the right size. All right, so we're going to put this in our oven and bake it at 420 degrees for about 20-25 minutes until our chicken is done, our vegetables are cooked. Now, we're not going to expect those to be like brown or anything like that, but they are going to be nice and soft, which is what we're looking for when we fix our sandwich together. All right, so let's put this in the oven and then we'll check on it in about 25 minutes and put our bowl and our sandwich together. Okay. Check back in about 20 minutes. Welcome back to our Greek chicken pita meal prep recipe for the week. So our chicken is cooked And our vegetables, we've got them out of the oven. You can see it's got that wonderful seasoning on there. And we've got our vegetables that are roasted. So now we're gonna put our plate together. So we're gonna take our Greek yogurt that we have. We're gonna make our little sauce to go on top of our sandwich here. Take some Greek yogurt. And I'm gonna add in some crumbled feta. All right, next we're gonna take our lemon. And then we're gonna add the lemon juice. All right, next we've got some oregano. Some basil. Of course, some salt and pepper. Let's give that a stir together. All right, so let's assemble our sandwich. So we're gonna take a piece of chicken here. And this is so tender, you really don't even need a knife for it. I'm just gonna slice it up. I'm gonna put a little green on the bottom. Followed by some chicken. And I put the green on the bottom. That prevents the greens from falling off, because if you kind of put that on top of everything, and then it just kind of like falls all over the place. So we're putting the chicken on top to kind of like hold it down a little bit. And then some tomatoes. And then we're gonna throw some red onions on here. And top it with our Greek yogurt sauce. All right, so there you go. There is our Greek chicken pita sandwich with a yogurt sauce to go on top. Now that is something you could fix. If you wanted to fix it for the week, I would just separate the components and just briefly warm up your chicken and then kind of assemble everything. Now, that's one dish. So let's put together our next dish. So, meal prep container. These are amazing. They really are. All right. So I cooked some yellow rice. This is saffron yellow rice. We're gonna put some in the bottom here. You don't want to go too heavy because that's a big carb right there. And then we're gonna get our chicken. Slice it up. And place it on top. Next, we're going to throw on some vegetables. Remember the color of the rainbow. This is what we're looking for. A little bit of all that. There we go. And you can put on some feta. A little bit on the top, not too much. And then I would put the yogurt sauce in a separate container and serve it on the side. So that way, after you finish warming that up, you could just kind of throw that on the top there. So this is your meal prep for the week. 2 different dishes, same meat and vegetables. Just one's a cold sandwich and the other one you can throw in the microwave for a hot meal. So hope you have enjoyed the videos today. And if you do, please hit the subscribe button below. That way you get a notification whenever there is a new video out. Thanks for eating with me today. Hope to see you soon. Ciao.